I thought you did because you were like.
Well, I was parked there, so I was waiting for you to pull up. It was a deep blue car. I was just gonna roll up. Sorry.
It's okay. I gotta wait for the load number.
Yeah, I could go to the frequency page, couldn't I? Instead of just waiting.
Waiting for me?
I think we're live.
But we are live. But it's like still not on my Facebook page. But anyways, hello everyone. It's not live on Facebook. It's not live for me. All right, but no, it is. I think it is. I'll keep scanning, but I'll refresh. But welcome to Timeout Radio with me, Ricardo Mejias, and my co-host Chad Gibson.
What's going on, everybody?
And Aspar Ali may or may not join us, but if he does, great. If he doesn't, even better. No, I joke. No, we whatever he's doing. Joseph is a big.
As far just had a big steak
yeah,
dinner. You couldn't
I
get
think
out
so. A big halal steak dinner. Couldn't get out of it.
And then probably needed a big dump after.
Yeah, probably.
That's the way it goes after a big steak dinner. Like, I don't care what kind of day you've had. If you have a big, proper steak dinner, throw in some sides,
Yeah.
halal, that'd be nice and clean. That's good.
It
meat,
would.
right?
Yeah, it is.
It's
It's solid.
high-end dump you have to take after that.
Yeah.
I couldn't drive then.
No, I I had some shawarmas, like halal shawarmas.
Yeah.
I'm done after I'm done the shawarma. I'm like, I got
shawarmas. How many? Because if you had like 9, that is a lot of work. You know what I mean? How did it work out?
Yeah. No, I don't. I had like because Zolf. Zolf is our mutual friend, right?
Yeah.
He brings me
I
to.
don't know what he has to say about that.
He's like, I hate these guys. But no, he's like, he brings me to these shawarma places, and I have the shawarma, and it's just too much sometimes. It's just too big, and I'm just full, and then I'm like. And then they have a special hot sauce. I bought the hot sauce one time, right? And then I realized I don't know why I bought the hot sauce because it's only good for shawarmas. And it's not good for anything.
Make that at home,
I'm not gonna make a shawarma at home. I put it on a hot dog. It was disgusting. But it was like. I didn't.
It's fairly committed to his hot dog.
Yeah, I am committed to my hot dogs. I'm committed to food in general, wings, chicken wings, and I
think you had like a hot dog bit back in the day.
I still do. I do, and I
liked.
It's a bit. Maybe it's been a little too old, but it's only been like 3 years. Maybe it's probably way too old now compared to other people. But I haven't recorded it. I haven't sent it out to the world, the masses. So now everyone has heard it before. So I'll. When I record my...
I'm just saying I like it, all right? It makes me laugh. Anytime I drive by a Canadian Tire, I think of Ricardo.
Thank you. You know what? That's the highest compliment I ever heard in my life. But yeah, this is Time Out. We're not talking about shawarmas. We're not talking about hot dogs. But we are going to be talking about...
Just the thought of the hot dog sidetracked you on that one?
Yeah, hot dogs. You're not...
We can do this.
Talking about hot dogs here. The corner of Spadina and Queen always had a good hot dog, right? Cheap hot dogs there.
Spadina and Queen by the by the Riv, right?
Yeah, right by the Riv, Horseshoe Tavern. Mm-hmm. I think there's an A&W there now.
I used to. My street dogs were always going to Front Street.
Yeah, of course.
Pretty much the entire stretch of Front Street. Those guys can handle a baseball game and then also hang around on a Wednesday in the winter. Like, all right, buddy, you're working for it. I'll get a dog out here.
There's only one hot dog place I didn't like. Was the one near the Union Station, on the near closer to.
Like when you're right up on kind of the Union Station property.
Somewhat, yeah. It's like a little to the right.
Okay.
Where the Hockey Hall of Fame is, basically.
Okay, see, that's not really in my path.
Yeah.
I hit that one.
I have to hit it because I have to go. Before I used to take the Go Bus.
Okay.
And then to get a hot dog before I get on the Go Bus because I need a snack.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a tough one to be burping the whole way home, though. On a Go Bus, just all right, I'm going to try and under-breath this fucking hot dog burp and just sizzle a hole in the back of that Go Bus seat. Just some lady thinks her kid puked on her.
It's true. Whatever. It's good memories. Good memories.
That's what it was. But when I first moved to Toronto back in my early 20s, anytime we went out drinking, I was always going to the Madison House. That was my thing. I was going to the Maddie.
Where's that? In Bloor and...
Bloor and kind of U of T area.
Yeah. Is it called the Madison House, or was it always called like the Madison Pub or something?
Madison Pub, maybe. Yeah, I can't.
Was
remember.
it Madison?
The Maddie. It was just the Maddie.
Yeah,
right?
whatever.
Like, it was that giant multi-story pub.
Yeah.
But it was always like go to the Maddie, get blitzed, watch some dudes on the piano bar. The guy playing piano shit on the piano bar. And then it'd be spill out into the street and find a hot dog. Like everyone had the smallest lineup because they were well covered around U of T there, right? Where the students were. And yeah, I have puked up a few barely chewed hot dogs in my early days in Toronto.
I went to the Sneaky D's to go to their dance thing at night.
Just to shake some booty.
Shake my own booty, around, and
I hear you.
I was with two female friends, right, and then one of the female, I bought a female friend a hot dog, and she threw it up, and I was immediately offended.
You just couldn't have it with her anymore?
It's like, this is too much. I can't. It was a good hot dog, I bought one for myself, and I'm like, how dare you throw out this perfectly good hot dog? But anyway, she was a little tipsy, so that's probably the reason why. Just like you were drunk and you threw it up.
The drunk was the problem.
Yeah,
that girl sounds like she didn't even treat that hot dog right, and that's really what upset you.
It did.
It reminded me of one of my friends in high school. So, shout out to my buddy Rob if he's watching.
Yeah.
Rob is a huge music fan.
Yeah.
If Rob made you a CD, it's one of the best CDs you'd ever have. He used to make mixed CDs and tapes before that, like back in the day. He was the guy.
Yeah.
And so he was dating this girl in like high school or right around then, and he had made her a CD or something like that, and then she broke up with him that night.
Oh, God.
And like gave it back to him.
Oh, that's terrible. Sorry, Rob.
And we were like, kind of consoling him at this party or wherever we're at. And he was just so insulted she had given back the CD. He's like, you don't understand. I really love music.
Did you guys ever get to listen to the CD while he was like sobbing for like the breakup?
Probably. Like she might have broken the CD. Maybe that was it. Maybe that's what upset him.
Oh, that's pretty bad then.
It was something along those lines.
She must have really not liked them to do that though.
I don't know. It was definitely
Sorry, Rob.
Young people can be rude.
Great memory for you, but terrible memory for Rob. But
one of the best dudes around. Yeah. Love that guy. Love that guy.
Yeah, love that guy. We will. I don't know him, but if you vouch for him,
I'm confident you guys are getting along.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. This is a sports show.
Rob's a big sport fan.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Steelers fan, I think. He's a Man United fan like myself. He's actually the guy that really got me into soccer back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Him and one of my other friends had come back from living in Ireland for like a year or somewhere around that amount of time.
Yeah.
And while he was there, he started dating a girl whose family had Manchester United tickets.
Oh,
so he got to like go to a game with her uncle or something like that.
Nice.
And he came back like he had a jersey and a scarf and all this kind of shit. And it was great. It was like the first lockout, like kind of modern NHL lockout year.
Yeah.
They came back right at the start of that.
Oh,
so there's no fucking hockey.
Yeah.
And I needed something to obsess about for the winter. So we just got into playing like FIFA 05 or something like that.
Of course.
And watching Manchester United games. It was the early days of Rooney and Ronaldo, and Roy Keane was still there.
Yeah.
So just about to kind of going on a run with Alex Ferguson still in charge.
Rio Ferdinand, right? Is he?
Yeah, early days of Rio Ferdinand. Like I started watching right as he was coming off the cocaine suspension. Whatever. Whatever that stuff was. So yeah, that's funny to bring Rob up because that's how totally got into football because of him, and I've become just a gigantic. Like I'm more into hockey or anything else than that. I'm into football now.
Yeah.
And it's that guy's fault. One of my good friends from basketball back in the day.
Nice, man. Did you guys ever win any games?
I'd like to. Did Rob go with me?
Did you guys win championships?
Oh, you mean in basketball?
Yeah.
No. We had a couple of heroic, games.
Nice.
But nothing happened there. Him and I went to a Celtic United game at Rogers Centre. Back,
nice.
7 or 8 years ago. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
It was a shitty summer exhibition, and we ended up like moving down. But that was the first time I got to see United like on the field. I recognized like a couple of players, a couple of academy kids or something like that showed up.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. You got to see the rise a little bit from that friendly. That's the best thing about those friendlies. You get to see the new next generation, basically.
I so wish that game would have been at BMO Field.
Really?
I fucking love BMO Field.
Yeah.
It is a great place to watch anything.
Yeah. It I haven't seen an Argo game there yet, but like
I have. I went to the first Argo game there.
Oh my god!
Just like again, my brother, I don't know, he got tickets to it somehow. Yeah. And honestly, it was the worst thing I've watched there because of the time of year.
Yeah.
During the first quarter and a bit, the sun's going down sort of straight there. Like you just can't see one end of the stadium. You see the entire. It'd be the entire east side of the stadium is just sort of covering your eyes.
Yeah.
And a good chunk of the west side of the stadium as well.
Yeah.
And then the whole south end is just like just blasted out. Everyone's just staring right at the sun. It's the only time that place isn't perfect.
Yeah.
It's like the first hour and a half of a CFL game.
Yeah, it is a great stadium, man.
Love it. So well done. Such there's not a bad seat in the house.
Yeah, that's true. I seen I saw the under 20 World Cup here.
Nice.
And I saw like a lot of Canada national games, man.
I gotta go to one of those next time they have a good run of those. I want to get in on it.
Especially since now they have Alfonso Davies.
Yeah.
And,
Jonathan David.
Yeah, Jonathan David. And there was like some other guy.
Yeah, there's another kid I should have remembered.
But I'm excited for this Canadian team that's coming up too, man.
It's cool to see the big jump, right? Like there's been a decent amount of money going into soccer in Canada for a while, but it takes a long ass time because we were way behind.
And
it still is kind of a West Coast thing, but TFC's had a huge impact around here. I think Montreal's having that kind of impact as well. Impact from the impact.
I think the Toronto FC championship run made a huge difference for Toronto, man.
I think that those effects haven't been felt yet.
Yeah.
Because that's 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
I think it's like 3 years ago.
So it's just like that probably got a bunch of kids to play football.
Yeah.
To get involved, and that's going to take a little bit more time, but. Just the emergence of TFC kind of being since what was the little guy's name?
Giovinco? Sebastian Giovinco.
Yeah, since he arrived, there's been enough interest to make if you're from a football family, TFC's been interesting. They've been fun. There's been a buzz. It's a great place again. All the things I love about that stadium. Great place to watch a game. It seems so accessible.
Yeah.
I love Parkdale, so shouts to Parkdale.
Shout out. Did you ever get to go to the TSC versus LA Galaxy game at the Rogers Center?
I did. No, I didn't go to Rogers. I went to it at I saw Beckham at BMO.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
awesome.
Nice. Wait, is that the one where they threw like beer cans? Or they threw something at him?
I'm sure.
Or was that?
But there was the game wasn't stopped or anything like that.
Okay.
He just dominated the game.
Yeah.
He was so much better. And he's like 35, 36 at the time. So, although speed was never his thing, he didn't look overly slow.
No.
I know, which is odd because MLS is fast. Those guys play balls out. It's a lot of sprinting to where you need to be in that league.
Yeah.
But his touch and his ball striking was so far above everyone.
Yeah.
Like men amongst boys, very clearly.
It's true. I did go to that Champions. I think it was like a Champions League final for like the North America, right?
I don't even remember what it was because I wasn't into
soccer at that time.
No, I was into just EPL. I barely knew anything about Spain or Italy or Germany. It was just I knew a chance to see Beckham was cool, and my girlfriend at the time was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Of course, yeah.
And I think she might have got tickets. Actually, she used to work in. She worked in hospitality, so she had some sort of hookup.
Oh, nice.
It was cool.
Yeah, because I went to that game, right? And it was like a different atmosphere. Like it was insane, right? It was like
we had a lot more tourists like myself there, like people who don't go to regular games.
Yeah. There was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot. A couple. Well, there was
don't exactly know how to cheer, but I was like, "Oh, Toronto!"
Yeah. There was a bunch of that, but there was also a bunch of really diehard soccer fans. And
it was
amazing.
Diehards.
Yeah,
those people got in quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. So have you ever been to TLC game or no?
Yeah, I've been to to a bunch.
You've been to the sports section?
No, I've been the closest I got because that's kind of right down on the south.
Yeah, south end.
I've been down to the south end of the east end, so you're kind of on the edge of it.
Yeah,
it was close enough. I was like, I can easily get to the washroom and I don't have to deal with them. But
yeah,
get a drink and they're not looking at me all right, how many have you had? Yeah, because they're a problem, but it's fun to sit near them.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty. Because I got to, like I said, I have an opportunity sometimes to just sit in the sports section.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy. But
cool.
One thing I don't like about their sports section is if you're not cheering, they'll point you out Why aren't you cheering? It's because I'm watching the fucking game.
Again,
you know?
more reason to sit near the supporter section. I get it. You guys haven't been out and you don't care about the game. You just you really need some social activity. You're not accustomed to being in charge. Guy with a drum in the middle of a fucking stadium. So this is your thing. I get it.
Yeah, you want to be the leader. Okay, you want to be the leader. But let me fucking watch the game.
Gives you power, and we haven't shot you yet. I don't know why they haven't escorted you out of this stadium.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
Light this on fire. Throw some more fireworks at the visiting goalie. That's going to slow things down.
Yeah, exactly. Not just give us a friggin' fine or something. But we do got to talk about it. Other things like the let's talk about the UFC last Saturday. Sorry,
last Saturday night.
Yeah, with the eye poke, man. The eye poke of doom. Almost.
Rough eye poke.
It was because he was bleeding. Immediately after that thing.
You guys don't go down from an eye poke, right?
Yeah.
You don't generally see the dude fold up on his back like that.
Yeah. Like I said, I had surgeries on my eye, and it's scary.
I agree, right? And that's the part that that had to be it, right?
Yeah.
Bilal Muhammad is not a soft dude.
No,
he's never once backed down from something.
Yeah.
So it was clearly fucked up.
It was, definitely, yeah.
Because he went from being, I'm unaffected, I'm coming towards you. Got that big slope of a head.
Yeah.
To getting poked in the eye and rolling around like a little baby crying. Something was wrong. Because he was clearly scared, right?
Yeah.
I can't see a thing. It's one of the things I heard
and
when they showed the ref. It was Herb Dean, wasn't it? They went in towards him?
Yeah, it was Herb Dean. He's like, just give him some time.
I can't see a thing.
Yeah, he's like, give him some time.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it was scary, man. Was it Herb Dean?
I can't even remember now.
Well, there was a head. There was a knee to the head too.
Knee to the head.
But I'm not sure if that was the same fight. But anyways, it was a scary situation because, like I said, the eyes are a very undervalued. Yeah, a very undervalued part of the body. I feel like because you need your vision to see shit, and especially a sport like combat sport fighting, you're gonna need that vision a lot.
I always thought that, right? I thought for UFC it would be like being a pilot, where you needed to have perfect fucking vision, be able to see a punch coming. Michael Bisping became champion well after turning his left eye into a fish eye. What the fuck he's got in there now?
He's got glass eye now.
He's just got like a pig eye or something.
Oh, God. I know.
I still don't even really like looking at him.
Yeah, same here. It's a little awkward, but...
you're just don't blink, don't blink.
He did fight Luke Rockhold for that title, though. That's the thing. Luke was on the rise, but then people figured him out. He had a glass jaw, and then that was it for Luke, basically, his career.
Luke took Bisping lightly. That was a fill-in fight, wasn't he? Took it on 10 days' notice or something.
Yeah, but still, it's for the championship, man.
Yeah, I can't remember who he was supposed to be fighting.
I think it was probably
was it Weidman, maybe?
I think so. I think it was Weidman.
Weidman rematch? He took it from Weidman, didn't he?
Yeah.
I can't remember now, but I just remember. I remember Rockhold had this whole look of why do I gotta fight this loser the whole time? And then he just got fucking starched. And then I think, did he win a fight after that?
I don't think so.
Rockhold been getting starched since then.
Yeah, he did. Well, Bisping lost to GSP after that.
Yeah,
right?
that was fair.
And then he retired. Both retired, basically.
Yeah, it was the right thing for. No, Bisping fought again.
Did he?
Really soon after.
Who did he fight?
He fought in China or something like that. I should look that up because I remember thinking, because didn't he take a bit of a beating in the GSP fight?
Yeah, he did take a beating. He lost his title.
He got choked out.
Yeah.
I thought he took a bit of a fucking beat down until he got there.
Yeah.
But then I thought it was fucking weird because he fought on the other side of the world. Let me look this shit up.
It wasn't maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you look that up. But yeah, it's Luke Rockhold. I don't think has won since.
Yeah, dude. So he loses by a rear naked choke to GSP.
Yeah. And
then lost to Kevin Gastelum. So that's November 4th, 2017. Then he loses to punches to Kevin Gastelum on November 25th.
Yeah.
He fucking
fought twice with.
God damn.
3 times.
No, okay, that was at least a year apart.
Yeah,
all right. So I was looking at this. He wins the
middleweight title.
He won the middle. How the fuck did this go for him? Wins the middleweight title in June. Defends it against Dan Hardy in October.
Yeah.
And then doesn't fight for a year. Basically fights GSP, loses. Fights again a couple of days later, basically.
Wow.
later that month,
Yeah.
flies to Shanghai and fights Kevin Gastelum.
That's
and
insane.
got knocked out.
It's, but yeah.
Back to the fights from the weekend, not just Michael Bisping's career.
So,
disappointment in the last fight.
Yeah. No
one's got to see Leon Edwards fight in a really long time. He looks great.
Yeah, he looked great.
Yeah, everything about him is like, all right, this could be a fun fighter. See how he's gonna affect this division right now. Bilal Muhammad as well.
Yeah,
it's just that like he's got a cartoonish face.
Yeah,
he's got a punchable face, but you're not gonna hurt him. Like that's the wrong spot to go at him.
Yeah,
he's been on the rise, just tracking guys down and punching the shit out of them. So this was supposed to be a perfect matchup, right? Like a bit more of a striker, a bit more of a grappler. Good start to a fight, and then just a fucking...
It's definitely disappointing for Leon Edwards, though.
Three Stooges level eye poke.
I know, right? It was like he was digging for something in that eye.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for Leon Edwards because he was, ranked number 2? Right in the middleweight championship, right?
Yeah,
welterweight. Sorry.
He was number 2.
Yeah, and just like this, like you said, this was his time to shine, and it didn't quite shine.
Yeah,
I don't know who you put on against next. It's Usman versus Masvidal next, which was announced.
Which is a redo, right?
Yeah,
because Masvidal took that on short notice.
But also Usman was like. He called him out last fight, saying, "Hey, you're making all these excuses up, saying I didn't give you a good proper training camp. Well, here's your opportunity now."
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of want to see that. Masvidal's been a good, he's been a good fighter over the last few years. He's a guy that brings something to a fight. Like he's a guy that's kind of got a trick up his sleeve. He's also willing to go to war. So I'm down with that. Kind of rolling that back again. Usman needs someone else to help sell a fight too.
Yeah,
as good a fighter as he is, he's not.
He's a good talker.
Wrestler
He's not. He doesn't have the charisma.
No kayfabe.
Yeah, no kayfabe. Yeah, he's not kayfabing anybody. But he does need a +1 basically. So I think Jorge Masvidal is a good +1. I don't know what you do with Leon Edwards though. Who do you put him against?
He's got to fight again, right? Because he didn't really get hurt.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at the rankings. What's the rest of that division look like? Get Nate Diaz back in the ring.
I'd love to see Nate or Nate.
Yeah, either one of them.
Yeah.
But Nate should be fighting. Although I don't know, maybe that eye is just gonna always break open like that again. I remember against Masvidal, the way that fleshy part of his head was just hanging off.
But the same thing happened with Nick Diaz early in his career. He had a bunch of scar tissue on his forehead, and then he got plastic surgery, and it wasn't that bad afterwards.
It just doesn't cut as much then?
No, it doesn't cut.
I don't understand that.
I know.
We're going to cut it so it cuts less.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, like before, he used to be a bleeder. Now he's not as much as a bleeder.
And Nate has that bone brow looking thing, like unfrozen caveman layer forehead to him.
Yeah.
So I understand, but I think that makes sense. Get him involved.
Yeah.
They're the 155s.
Because plus, Nate's looking for a big money fight anyway, and I think it won't be a big money fight, but it'll be a nice fight, and then it'll be if
Diaz
he
fights
wins
are
that,
money. Diaz people like. The casual fan will watch a Diaz fight. The people who are 25% in will show up for a Diaz fight.
And even if they're not, their friends who are probably MMA fans will probably convince them to watch it.
It's just that, right? He's got enough draw that he's known outside of the sport. Yeah, and that seems to be like that's all that Conor brings to the table at this point.
Yeah,
is he can fucking sell a fight.
Yeah, but. Yeah, it's true.
He hasn't won a significant fight in like 5 years.
I know.
It's crazy when you look at his breakdown, and I'm kind of a critic of him.
Yeah.
Because I don't care about that Cowboy Cerrone fight.
Yeah, same here.
At 170, where the fuck that was. Like, it's just an insignificant fight against a kind of insignificant guy at that point in his career. There was a time where Conor Cowboy would have made sense.
Yeah, and right now it's not. Yeah,
no, it's been years.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like, where do you put Conor now? But Conor's like a different division, so
true. They're what 170.
Yeah. Khabib is saying you want
that's the fight I want to see. Is Khabib take the 170 crown before he retires?
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
he had problems for a long time making 155.
Yeah,
he's not it's not going to be a stretch for him to make 170 and be.
That's true, but I think Usman and him are like friends, so I don't think he would fight him as a.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't have to be I feel like.
I think
Khabib can fight his friends. Because he doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be a Conor style fight.
Yeah,
he can just be like, we've set up an exhibition and we will go out and kill. I will smash my friend Kamar, and then, that might be how it goes.
Yeah,
he needs a fight in Russia.
Yeah, he
Khabib
does.
He needs a fight in Russia, and it should be maybe that's how he becomes champ Khabib.
That'd be amazing.
He's not going 145. He's not going lower.
No. Yeah, he can't do that.
You hear how strong he is when guys like Cormier says cause problems for him.
And Cormier is 230.
Yeah,
at his lightest.
The guy who should have been 185 never showed any interest in the diet side of the fight. He would have been the best 185 fighter ever.
Yeah, 100%.
That kind of power, he had a heavyweight power.
Yeah.
It just happened to be a guy who was only interested in dieting for camp.
Yeah, I know.
He
enjoyed Popeyes too much.
I get it, dude, but you're going to retire at 40 and have the rest of your life.
That's true.
He would have been... He fucking would have destroyed Rockhold.
He can't destroy Rockhold.
What's that?
He can't fight Rockhold, though.
He could have.
He could have, but they're teammates.
Yeah, but it's
he could have fought Cain Velasquez, but he couldn't because, again, teammates.
That's not a good fight for him.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think heavyweight is a good spot
for Cormier?
For Cormier, no.
Wow.
No, he was a light heavyweight. He should have been He should have been a 185er.
I guess.
He got that punch on Stipe. That's how he got the title.
Yeah, but before that, though,
when there was a bunch of fucking nobodies who showed up in skirts because they're too fat for their fucking shorts.
You talking about Antonio Silva? That giant of a man?
He was a shitty fighter. He had no business being in the ring against an Olympic wrestler.
No, that's true.
Again, if he would have been in fucking wrestling shape.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's he's so quick for that size. He just should have been a 185-pounder.
Yeah.
It would have been a bitch for him. He would have been a year and a half.
Yeah.
Transformation of dieting and all that kind of stuff to get to that size.
And a lot of discipline for sure.
He would have been good at it, though.
Yeah, he would have, but again, that would have never happened.
Yeah. If he was a modern fighter, he wouldn't be fighting at heavyweight. If he was coming into the sport now, someone would be like, dude, here's how we do it. You don't carry an extra 15 pounds. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I respect Cormier because he's
a great fighter.
He's he'll eat anything he wants, and then
he should now. He's retired.
I know.
But
I know. Before then, he should have though. At least attempted.
Even when he was against Jones and stuff, he could have been
leaner, right?
Quicker. He could have been faster. He could have What do you think of John Jones, 145? You see any of his sparring videos or anything?
Yeah, I've been seeing some of them, man. He looks impressive.
It's really hard to tell.
What do you mean? It's hard to tell that he's looking impressive?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's going to cause a lot of problems. That's for sure. For some of the heavyweights, I don't know. I'm not sure about the elite heavyweights. So
I don't like that body type for fighting Stipe. Stipe at his distance. Stipe can't strike with it.
It's like a Muhammad Ali body build.
But then he's also so bony in some spots, right? His tiny little legs.
Yeah. Well, his legs has always been a problem.
Yeah. And low calf kicks are a thing. Can Stipe just break his shin?
But Stipe is not much of a low calf kick guy, right?
But Stipe does what he has to do in a fight.
He does.
If he had to train for that being part of his entry was spend a round and a half on that.
But the thing is with Stipe and John Jones, I feel like John Jones would be a lot quicker than he is. So
I don't know.
And we'll see. I feel like he has more angles in terms of his striking as well.
Striking, yeah, definitely outclasses him striking, but he's not accustomed to grappling with someone that big. Yeah, Cormier is his only real experience.
Yeah.
He hasn't done well with bigger light heavyweights.
Yeah.
Like with Gustafsson, that was a fucking great fight the first time. Second time beat tired of my guess, but not really though. He more wrestling dominated him.
Yeah.
Which he can't really do that, I don't think, to Stipe the same.
Yeah,
I think they're fairly level in wrestling. Or we'll see, I guess. That's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to... Well, who does he fight first, though?
He's going to go for the title. And
right away? He's going for the title?
I think they've already said that, haven't they? He's going to fight the winner of Francis Stipe? I thought that was just sort of done.
No, I always feel like they always say that, but then it's usually if there's something like Francis wins the title or something, right? Then it'll be Stipe versus Francis, but... I guess he can
They
do
give
that.
Stipe no fucking love though. Like when Cormier beat him, he didn't get a fucking rematch right away. Cormier fought some other stiff, didn't
he did.
And then like they give Stipe because Stipe can't really sell a fight. Same sort of thing. He's just too good a guy. He's too nice. He's too like.
But then, so you become that'd be a pipe.
But
fight,
I think
though.
he's gonna beat Francis. I think it's gonna be the same thing as last time. He's gonna avoid the big shot. He's gonna get a hold of him, and Francis might be able to keep the takedown away for a round or so. But Stipe's good at that. Yeah. Francis is very, very young at that.
Yeah, it's true. There was a fight that was somewhat being talked about like a couple days ago. I don't know if you saw it. Henry Cejudo possibly coming out of retirement to fight Max Holloway. It'd be crazy, but
I'm down.
I'm down for it too.
Because I don't like Henry Cejudo.
Why?
I actually I think it's his manager I don't like. He's got a really punchable face.
Oh, okay.
The guy with the stupid glasses.
Yeah.
And I just kind of want to see him get lit up, get Holloway box his fucking head off. That'd be pretty funny. Could be interesting though, because Cejudo gets a hold of Holloway and he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah. Because we haven't seen much of Max Holloway's wrestling, right?
He moves really well.
Exactly.
Remember Brian Ortega was going to take him down and choke him out? Remember Brian Ortega's face at the end of that fight?
Yeah.
that guy like went to a monastery or something after shaved his head, fired all his coaches. Looked great in his last fight against Zombie, but or does Ortega fighting this weekend?
Yeah, he's fighting. Oh no, it's next weekend.
Next weekend, whenever.
I believe it's next weekend, right? He's fighting for the title, right? Against Volkov, Alexander Volkanovski. Sorry, if I'm correct. I could be wrong.
The next pay-per-view?
I believe it should be.
Fight night, he's not on that. I'm trying to think. Their app is annoying.
Yeah, it should be the next pay-per-view.
UFC 261.
Or if not, I'm completely wrong. But I know it's coming up soon.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. UFC your app.
It is pretty bad. Yeah,
that's a good app. It's just fucking hard to find. Like, just give me a list of. Give me some spot where I can look at pay-per-views.
Yeah,
spot looking fight nights, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll talk about that fight next week.
As
I guess.
We get closer.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, yeah. No, I think there's a lot of great fights that are lining up. But you know.
So back to I was trying to find what we're talking.
Yeah, Leon Edwards.
The Edwards and Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
There was another fight that ended with the knee to a ground opponent.
Yeah.
Was it the co-main?
I think it could have been the co-main event.
TKO first round, 340.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Who was the fight? Sorry, the co-main event.
The co-main event was Kurkanov, Ryan Spahn. No, Spahn punched him in the face, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't that one.
Ryan Spann.
Who was the guy that kneed the guy in the fucking head?
Oh, we have a
thumbs up. Oh, what's that? We got Asfar.
Is that Asfar Ali?
Yo, what's up, man?
This is unbelievable. Asfar
as the voice of God in the room.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna have the night off today, buddy. But I guess you wanted really to talk about the Norman Powell trade.
Off. I'm always on. Never off.
That's true.
I'm here. I'm honest worker. Honest worker putting in honest hours for a dishonest boss.
Oh, there you go. Thanks.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, that's great. As for we were talking about I don't know if you saw the UFC fight last week. Did you? Or last Saturday? Did you see the eye poke?
God.
With your boy Biel Muhammad, whatever.
I'm feeling the injury because once one Muhammad gets injured, all of us get injured. So it was
the entire nation of Islam is down an eye this week.
The entire religion, the entire religion was affected. But I don't know what you guys have said about it so far, but I just want to get your thoughts where is round enough for Leon Edwards to contend for the title now?
Oh no,
I don't think he was going to win that fight hands
really
down or anything. No, I think that was a real fucking tough fight for him. Bilal Muhammad.
Have you converted?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I converted to Islam. Did you convert him during the break? I thought Leon had all the momentum.
I don't know, man. I didn't find what he was doing to be effective at stopping Muhammad from really he didn't get that forward pressure that I expect from Bilal Muhammad, but he also didn't get pushed back. So I felt like Edwards was just constantly having to reset, and he's going to be able to get those distance shots in. But, it took a like I said, a Three Stooges level eye poke to keep him at distance.
I definitely, I definitely felt like I thought Leon Edwards was going to win that fight, but I thought he was going to win more decisively, but he just didn't show up. It seemed like.
I didn't think he got going. I didn't think he got it. Like, you hear them say the term "get loose."
Yeah.
I didn't see that from Edwards. I didn't see that movement. I didn't see the scary.
It could have been for the lack of like non-fighting for the last couple.
It's been a long.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
How long has it been? A year?
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, I think it was more than a year. Just the way it netted out with like he was supposed to fight right at the start of COVID. I think I'm just trying to look it up.
Well, was he afraid that Khabib would jump him after the fight because they're like, because I heard Khabib was giving Bilal Muhammad like he got a chance to train with his camp, and I was kind of disappointed because I'm like, well, what did you learn? Because you're losing the first round, right? Like I didn't see any inspiration from Bilal. I felt like they were kind of feeling each other out in the first round.
Yeah.
One more so with the other because he got the eye poke, but I don't think that Bilal was like, aggressive enough, and maybe he was just waiting for the latter rounds.
This is the best fighter he's ever fought, though, right?
Yeah.
Like Bilal hasn't been in the ring with that good of a fighter yet.
Yeah,
but he's found his way through every fucking puzzle they've put before him before. And I didn't see him getting hurt. The eye poke is what hurt him. Everything else was. I thought he could take it and keep coming.
I know it's kind of bad to say, but I was confused. I'm like, man, you absorbed so many punches, but then I remembered once I like poked my eye, like by myself.
Yeah.
And I was kind of concerned because the way he was reacting.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! Like I thought like he literally took his eyeball out or something.
Yeah, I was hoping it was gonna be like, what's that movie? Any Given Sunday is where the dude loses an eye.
Yeah,
just gets like fish hooked right out.
Also, a Casino where they pop his eye out.
Oh
with the vice.
Yeah, okay, guys. Like, holy shit! It wasn't. Like, I thought it was that level.
I know,
because I just the way he was screaming, right? He was like, my eye,
and he'd been punched in the face a bunch of times and didn't respond. And then the eye poke, he just dropped on the ground and was screaming. Like, what the fuck happened here?
Maybe Leon Edwards wanted to see if this guy was like human, right? Because he was probably getting frustrated, and he's like, "I'm going to try something else." And is it Herb Dean? Is Herb Dean is he the eye poke jinxer? Because guys, how many fights has Herb Dean been in where eye poke has been a factor? It's been like every fight.
It's definitely a problem though. I don't know how they solved that, but like.
Well, they were talking about like new gloves and something else, like bigger
gloves?
Weights. Yeah. Well, they had some sort of these gloves like in Japan.
Yeah, the ones with a little more of a curve.
I think they should do the Saudi rule where they chop the hand off.
Yeah.
You get one warning, then you lose a fingertip.
Yeah.
yeah. He has to punch with the knuckles.
You keep poking me with his nub. A nub poke would be way worse.
Yeah, it would be.
Can you imagine the torque behind a nub poke?
Oh, guys, does this fight even mean anything? Because, like, Masvidal and Usman are rematching, so, like, does this fight even mean anything anymore?
Well, it doesn't mean anything now because, like, Leon Edwards will still have to fight somebody else to seem like he's worthy for a title shot because right now he's still top two.
So his last fight was July of 2019, so he's off like a year and a half.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And like,
so he should fight Burns.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Burns or Colby.
Covington's due for a fight, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's been a while. He's a number one contender.
Yeah, but it seems like everyone's scared of Leon Edwards. So like that's why the only reason why Bilal Muhammad got the fight with Leon Edwards.
Yeah, no one else wanted that.
No one wanted that smoke. Aspar.
I think that's a good call. I think Gilbert Burns needs a fight. He's off 6 months.
Why did the number 13 guy, who should have wore sunglasses, come in and fight the number 3 guy? And what the other like? I thought Colby Covington is fearless.
No, there was somebody else. Someone lower than him dropped out. I'm trying to think of who the fight was originally.
I thought they offered it to Colby, but I could be wrong.
Colby shouldn't fight someone below him. That doesn't make any sense. He should be.
That's true.
Waiting for another title shot, I think. I'm just trying to see if I could get. I thought Dana White. Blah, blah. Oh right, he was supposed to be fighting. Chimaev?
Oh yeah, that guy.
And it was rescheduled all throughout last year, and Chimaev got COVID.
And then
they just basically said he couldn't shake it off in time. So in early February, they said Bilal Muhammad will take the fight so that Edwards would get a fucking fight.
Yeah.
So it probably should be Kismanix. Maybe they try and make that fight again.
But I think he retired.
Kisman?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because he's still. I think he's still affected by that COVID thing. He can't. I don't think he can train properly, if I remember correctly. But he was also being very arrogant with his COVID. Like he came off the airplane and he was like shaking people's hands without a mask or anything.
Sorry, so I'm just reading about that. On March 1st, he said he had announced his retirement from MMA due to the lingering effects.
Yeah.
Dana White later said he's not actually retired. He's just kind of dealing with some problems.
Yeah.
And the emotional effects of all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So just a little stressed out, a little fucked up from some prescription drugs, some prednisone in his lungs. So maybe not done yet, but you're right. It's probably going to be a bit of time.
Yeah.
The problem with Burns, though, didn't Burns get 6 months kind of suspension after that last fight? Or like medical suspension?
But it's been like a month, so it'd be
but
5
Edwards
more months.
needs to go.
Yeah. I don't know who you put him
Let him beat up on Wonder Boy.
That'd be a nice fight.
Yeah, Wonder Boy hasn't fought in a while. That's true.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy's kind of the gatekeeper. He's the guy you beat up on to get ready for a regular title shot.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the jobber. He's the Cerrone, but not like Cerrone.
He is, but he doesn't take the beating like Cerrone does. Cerrone gets beaten an inch within an inch of his life.
Yeah.
Usually, although who the hell?
But he
knocked
never
Wonder Boy out hardcore.
Like he never I've never seen him fall. Like I've seen him lose, but like it's just always his face breaks.
I thought it was Gilbert Burns who knocked him out, but I could be wrong. I swear.
I think everyone's knocked out Donald Cerrone.
That's true.
Ricardo.
We didn't talk about the Norman Powell trade rumors. There's a couple teams interested. I don't know, man. Norman Powell's playing pretty amazingly in the last couple of games.
Don't trade him.
I think the last 6 games he's been averaging 23 points or something like that. 6 rebounds.
43 yesterday.
Sorry? Oh, 43. Well, I'm saying like the last 6
yesterday.
games. Like last 6-7 games he's been averaging like at least 23 points. Or 24 points or something like that. 6 rebounds, I think, and 3 assists, 2 like a steal and a half a game.
Isn't he the Raptors right now? Like, if you look statistically at the score sheet, isn't he the whole team?
Basically, right now he is. But
he's carrying it on his shoulders.
Well, it was like more him and Kyle, right?
Stat I see about him right here says that over the last 10 games, he's been averaging 25 points a game while shooting an absurd 90% from the field.
Yeah.
That's
he's not missing. He's making the threes, and he's a very small guy, and he's grabbing rebounds too.
Yeah.
He's doing things that other guys aren't willing to do right now.
Yeah. It's
about what you're going to get in return.
Who wants him?
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming like I don't know who's. I know there's some teams out there. I think Philly. Yeah, Philly probably.
Boston,
Miami. The thing.
So if it's Philly, who do you want back?
Ben Simmons, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen though.
You're right, Joel Embiid, because he's injured right now. They'll give us Joel Embiid.
They won't give away Joel Embiid. He's like the franchise player for that team.
He's crippled.
It doesn't matter. Like
he's one eye poke away from being a Bilal Muhammad.
Oh, that's great.
Right
I think they could trade it to Cleveland. Probably get Andre Drummond because Drummond still isn't playing right now because it's like they're holding up. They're holding him out basically.
I think the Lakers want him.
Well,
it's weird. There's rumors about Drummond too that wants his. But is he gonna sign with the Raptors then? Like that's the problem. Like
that's true.
He's a free agent next year, so he's 28. He's getting paid 20 right now. If he goes to market, he's gonna probably want like what 40, or whatever,
35 or
like
above
Powell,
at least.
Because the thing with Powell right now, this is the thing that's hard. He's a player option next year where he gets $11 million, which is like $1 million raise from what he's putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to accept that money. And when he goes to market, there's not going to be enough cap room to throw him in. Like he's going to want, what do you think he's going to want, like 25?
But the thing, Asper, you got to remember is Kyle Lowry's contract is done after the season.
Lowry's
yeah, that's true. So they will have some, but But will Masai? Do you think Masai wants to pay him that kind of money? Like, would
know.
you pay him that kind of money?
It depends on how the rest of the season goes, to be honest.
Right? Yeah, that's the same thing for me.
Because
I got to see if this gets consistent.
Because like the last couple games were games where we didn't have Pascal Siakam, we didn't have Freddie VanVleet, we didn't have OG Anunoby. We didn't even have Malachi Flynn. You know, when you take out like three of your starters, right? You take out 3 of your starters. Obviously, other people are going to benefit from it, and Powell obviously benefited from it.
You're right.
The Raptors.
Chad Gibson could have played for them.
Yeah, exactly.
When I get hot, man, my 3-pointers just rain.
Let's just
12-5.
Let's just be honest. Chad Gibson would be better right now more than Aaron Baines, who is absolutely trash right now.
Can you make it rain?
Yeah, Chad Gibson can make it rain, but Aaron Baines.
You'll get a nice trim too, man, because they have a good barber. So
I could use that. That would be the fucking key, man. I'll sign. They don't even pay me. I'll accept payment and haircuts.
I think they're willing to do that, but it's you're right. So what's the deadline next week?
Yeah, I think it was like 10 days or something like that, or 11 days.
So this
March 25th is deadline.
Yeah.
Oh, next Wednesday. So this is complicated. Those three Raptors are not going to come back. We're missing from the starting lineup till like beginning of April, maybe mid. So
no, they're back now.
Like if they want. Oh, are they?
Oh. Yeah, Pascal Siakam, Freddie came back yesterday. OG is supposed to start on Friday.
Oh, yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Siakam started.
Yeah. We did lose games with those guys out, but we lost like close games. And then yesterday
was very close.
Yeah. Well, yesterday we had 2 of them, but they were just really rusty. Freddie VanVleet was like 0 for 4 in the at least for 3 quarters.
He needs to have another baby. You're right. He needs another baby. He needs more responsibility.
He's
a crybaby when he doesn't have a baby.
Yeah, he starts to need to start goosing his lady sooner or later. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man.
What would you do? Because they're in a position where next year is going to be like the core is there, but if they have another piece like Norman, that's really good if he can continue to contribute at that. But it's small ball again, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, can they compete with this small ball team? And my answer is no.
Yeah.
There's no more.
Yeah.
What teams are small ball now? And if they are, they're not doing well.
Yeah, it's true. The thing with
everyone has a big man.
Yeah, even Golden State's struggling. You know, even without Klay Thompson, they're still struggling with because they don't have a big man. They have Kyle Looney and I think Weissman, but Weissman has been out for like almost the whole year.
Is that the rookie? Who's the rookie they had?
Yeah, the rookie, but he was injured as well too. So Draymond Green was like their center, and they played.
Oh.
Yeah, and they played too well.
Oh my God.
It's tough, man. Like Nick Nurse came out and said these guys deserve an opportunity to go for the playoffs.
Like the players deserve to get traded.
Okay.
No, like this team deserves.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, but that's up to the team. Like,
it is up to
convince us.
No, he's like.
Is he trying to convince the league?
No, he's trying to. He knows like that this team deserves a chance at the playoffs, and he's open to having some players get traded. Norman Powell's always been a trade bait for some people.
Yeah.
The last 3 or 4 years since he started.
Because he was trade bait.
Yeah.
At some point.
He was trade bait the minute he failed as a starter.
Yeah. And so last year, he was like a huge trade bait, and then we just didn't trade him. This year, he's done much better this year. I'll be honest, he's done much better this year. But I don't know if you can still keep him.
Is that what it takes? We just have to say TB, like not tuberculosis, but trade bait, and then these guys just go on fire. And they're Isn't that the Raptor curse? Like you look out through history, everyone that's in their contract signing year, or they're going to go to the free market. I don't know. They could be like, for example, make Mike James or like old Raptors like Sharon. They could be bad, Keon Clark, and then all of a sudden they put up these monstrous numbers. Like not even like, think about it. Like Norm Powell before was averaging what, like maybe 13 points or something.
Yeah, probably less than that.
His production's gone up like twice.
Yeah. But his production went up because of injuries and illness, right?
I know, but
opportunities,
But still, Ricardo, he still got to shoot the ball, right? I know everyone's going to say it's injury related, but still, like that high shooting percentage Chad mentioned is ridiculous.
It is.
That's a short-term thing, though. You're not going to hold on to 90% in the season.
Yeah.
That's some Hall of Fame shit right there.
That's true.
That's like NBA. That's NBA jam.
Yeah, it is NBA jam. I'd be heating up.
Yeah.
Just keep it rocking and rolling. Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen. Let's go.
Yeah. See.
Shout out to Doris Valdivia who's watching the show. Thank you, Doris, for always watching and supporting us here at Timeout Radio. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but I can't. I'm drawing a blank. I don't have my notes here as far.
Where's your note? Chad,
oh yeah.
Come on, you had time. You had time in the studio, man. Come on.
Shut up. All right.
Wow.
No.
So aggressive.
It's been a year since COVID came up.
Oh
right?
wow! What a segue.
Hey, you shut it. Not a joke. But it has been a year. Do you guys remember the last thing you guys watched before the lockdown?
Last thing before
sports
lockdown.
Related?
Yeah, sports related. Because I know what I
there
watched.
was UFC on that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
Because I remember it was like a nice weekend.
Yeah,
he's right.
He's
I'm
right.
trying to remember too.
I'd moved to like a new apartment that September, so it was like the first weekend in the spring, like coming out of the winter, where I could open my balcony and be like, oh wow, it's all starting to become what a year it's gonna be. The sun's shining, everything's gonna be fantastic. And I remember watching some fights and like sitting on the balcony, but I don't remember who or what it was. You know what it might have been? No, that was in February.
Yeah.
I was thinking because it wasn't long before that was the
Connor
Joanna Jacek.
Oh yes. Joanna Jacek versus Weili Zhang.
All those two chicks.
Yeah.
That was the best fight of the year by far.
That
was such a crazy
I
fight.
watched it.
It was so good, man.
You haven't watched it?
It is such
no,
a
I
great
haven't,
fight.
Man. I'll get on it. I was too busy watching some other fights because
it's a little scary.
Yeah. I'll send you the link. I'll send you a link as far.
Please do.
They posted on.
Dana White's not listening.
No, they posted on their official page.
See, Dana White, we're good.
Yeah, see, Dana. All right.
There's no reason to get upset.
I do remember the last thing I watched was.
Dude, that was March 7th, all right? So that might have been, probably that was the week before, though.
Probably, yeah. I watched a Raptors 905 game with Sharif. We were courtside.
Oh, thanks for the invitation. How was the game?
It was great.
Who was on the team that you thought was?
It was supposed to be Pascal. It was supposed to be. I just remember it was Pascal Siakam, a bobblehead night, and Pascal obviously didn't show up. But then
for sure he's too famous.
Yeah, basically. But I came out of the game, right?
Some guy coughing all over you.
Coughing all over me.
Maskless.
And then that's when everything closed. No, I came out of the game, and then they announced Rudy Gobert had COVID.
Oh, and he's the guy who'd been licking stuff like the day before?
He was like touching the microphones.
Dumb fuck.
And then,
oh, God.
And then they shut down the NBA game that night. It was like Dallas, I think Pacers. And then I was like, oh shit, this is.
I was doing some shitty open mic that night. Yeah. I can't remember.
I think it was a Wednesday night, so it's probably been.
I don't remember.
Nah, I was
shitty.
I was gonna say I was
probably. I think I was messaging Ricardo. I'm like, hey, you want to go to Raptors 905 game? And just got
ghosted?
What are you talking about?
This guy. I got ghosted. Now I know why.
What are you talking about? You never want to go to anything.
You know what? Like, yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure.
all right.
When it's a Pascal Siakam bobblehead night, I'm down, buddy. If it's a Jeremy Lin bobblehead night, I'll pass. I don't even think Jeremy Lin wants to come.
As far, I sent an open invite to everybody, and then
I didn't get my invite either. As far,
I said no. I posted on Facebook. I said, anyone wants to go to the game, message me.
What am I, a Facebook friend or a real friend, man? You send me a text. Joseph,
he expects a phone call a
week in advance. All right. I didn't know I was gonna get the tickets.
Facebook.
I didn't know I was gonna get the tickets.
Everybody but Asfar's invited because he doesn't go on Facebook enough unless he's watching replays of Timeout Radio.
of course, you're supposed to be on. But no, I send an open invite to everybody every time I have a pair of tickets. I write anyone want to come, and then some people answer, some people don't. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, guys?
As far as been clear,
how hard is it to watch this 905 team from the team that we saw like 2 years ago?
It isn't too bad, actually. They're doing all right.
What?
The GM got an Executive of the Year award.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, for the last season.
If he was really good, he wouldn't be in that league.
Well, you'll get into the main event soon enough.
He'll get promoted.
Yeah, he'll get promoted soon enough. I think.
More importantly, what about Masai Ujiri? Like, what if that guy doesn't re-sign? Like, who cares about Powell and the rest of the team?
That's another thing, man. That's the biggest
question
mark
on the table.
Yeah.
I don't care about like anybody who's on the Raptors. I care about who's running the Raptors.
Yeah, because they re-signed Bobby Webster this year. So.
Oh wow! Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, the Masai Ujiri thing is It's a very big question mark because
It's too big.
Yeah, because the New York Knicks have been going after him as well. They want him to sign there, and the New York Knicks has a nice young team. They have a Canadian on the team, R.J. Barrett.
Oh my God,
Julius Randle's been doing good. Not Mike Mitchell, the comedian. What's his name? Mitchell Robinson? No, Mitchell Robinson.
Look how much you're favoring them. You're giving him assignment. You're giving him motive to leave.
What do you mean? It's a good team.
The way you're painting this picture.
What do you mean? Sugar-coat it a little bit?
He's got to want to be in Toronto.
Yeah. That's the thing. He's got to want. I think he wants to be in Toronto, but I don't think they're going to pay him what he thinks he deserves to be paid.
That's lame because they can afford it.
Norm Powell's salary.
Yeah. Well, how much would you think you would probably get paid? A couple million, right?
I just Googled that. I think it was 12 million.
Masai Ujiri? He probably gets like 5, right?
Yeah. I kind of wonder what they do, though. Like,
so when I was Googling Masai as we were speaking here, people commonly ask, what is Masai Ujiri's salary? And it says $12 million per year.
That's a lot of money.
Oh,
yeah.
That's worth it. What he's done in the period of time he's been here.
Yeah, he seems to have a pretty decent history over the last 10 years and making the playoffs consecutively.
Come on, Ricardo, what he's built the team to its net worth.
I'm not saying anything wrong. That he doesn't deserve the money.
It's a tax write-off.
Ricardo wants to get rid of
Masai.
Masai.
This guy payments?
Yeah, give him a couple $100 a month.
We can't lower the salary. He has a championship to that name now, so it's obviously going to go from 12 to. I think he's going to want like
16, 18.
Yeah,
proper raise if he's got championship.
And maybe more ownership, right?
Trophies.
Maybe more ownership, like more equity. Or what we can do is, that's up to like MLSC, but they give him equity, right? They take the salary down and they give him equity.
Yeah, but
diversity inclusion. Be responsible, MLSC. This is a PSA. Diversity inclusion month. Please do your part.
But the thing is, for some people, it's like, what have you done for me lately, right? And the Raptors right now, they're struggling.
He's gonna start pulling the trigger now.
He's like right now. The Raptors are like barely in the playoffs or about to miss the playoffs. So it's like last year they made the playoffs, but they lost to Boston, right? The year before that, they obviously won, but like, what do you do?
He can't play what do you want him to do? Play the game too, Ricardo?
He's tall.
He's not Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he is tall, but like
he could. You're right. Maybe we should get him in there, man.
Just work on your hook shots.
Yeah. Old school. Remember that movie? What was that? Above the Rim, where they go. Well, that might not be the best example. where they go to Africa. It's such a racist. They go to Africa. And
just find someone that can jump.
Make him a. I've dismissed my whole diversity.
There you go. Thank you, guys,
I've canceled it.
For contributing.
I didn't make the movie. I watched it.
Yeah, okay.
You might be criticizing me.
Okay, don't worry. No one will.
Going back, we're a year into COVID. This may not be the best way of looking at it, but any highlights for you? What's been the best part of it? Well, you no choice. I'm not saying you're going to pick this. I'm just saying, when fucking lemonade or lemons.
I like UFC fights a lot more because I can hear it and I can see like they're more concentrated now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I will say that UFC has been a nice high point in sports. I feel.
And Fight Island, guys.
Yeah, Fight Island was pretty cool.
Insane.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's the future.
Some of the fights were great too, man. You know,
it's crazy to think of some of those fights happening in an empty room too.
Yeah, I know.
Or not an empty room, but just
Like,
not how
I
it
think
used
this
to
is.
be.
Yeah.
I think this has been the greatest year for UFC when it comes to fights.
Yeah.
I think so. I can't remember the last time where, and I mean every division.
Wasn't like the first fight on Fight Island like Justin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson?
Yeah.
Which was a fucking war.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you guys are right.
Like the
that
first
thing
main
was
event.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had the one thing I do miss about sports, like right now as a sports fan, as the fans, right?
Yeah.
The chanting, you know.
In certain sports,
yeah.
it really bugs me in.
Yeah.
Like, I've kind of gotten used
Basketball.
to soccer.
Yeah.
They do a pretty decent job. They use the
The
FIFA
in-game,
in-game sound, so it sounds pretty good. But I tried to watch wrestling for a minute
Yeah.
Wrestling
Monday
was
night.
sad.
Yeah. The
I
thing
don't
with
like it. I don't like college basketball.
Yeah, pro wrestling, WWE has suffered tremendously.
They're doing I appreciate what they're trying to do, but
you know it's bad. It's bad. As a
can I ask a
hardcore
question
wrestling
too?
fan, it's just bad. But like the other promotion that they have, AEW, is like they do with some fans, but it's still not the same reaction what they would normally get for some of
it's
this
too
content.
ridiculous
Ricardo.
of a setup to not have fans.
Yeah, it is. They had like last year they had WrestleMania, and they had the security rails, and I'm like, why do they have security rails? There's no fans in the friggin' thing. But go ahead, ask for it, sorry.
Ricardo, is Shaquille O'Neal alive after that table? I saw you filling.
Did you watch
Did you
that?
see it? My friend forwarded me the clip.
Okay,
is
great.
he alive?
He's alive. So they
Can
did
you
like
share it with the listeners?
yeah. So Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, heard of him, big guy.
Yeah, his new contract for TNT. His contract for TNT states that he wants some appearances on AEW, which is a wrestling promotion on TNT. So in his contract, he said, "I want this number of appearances on AEW wrestling."
Okay.
So he challenges one of the vice presidents who helped build like the company, Cody Rhodes,
Oh God.
son of
Like
God.
one of Dusty Rhodes'
yeah,
kids?
Is
Dusty Rhodes' kid.
son?
And I saw he made this little program with Cody Rhodes, and then during the match, right? Shaquille O'Neal's like on the apron, which is like just.
I know enough wrestling.
I'm not for you, but for the fans at home,
It's
right?
for the fans.
It's for the
Chad,
fans at home, the people's at home. He's standing on the
Millions.
apron, which is just outside the ropes on the canvas, right? He's standing there in the middle, and then Cody Rhodes jumps, and like he does
High
like
cross
Swan
body.
it's a crossbody against
Yeah.
Shaquille, and then they both go through the two tables, right? And then the aftermath is like they bring Shaquille O'Neal to the ambulance, right? and then
He's dead.
and then they're about to drive off, but then one of the guys opens his door, and Shaquille has disappeared.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not there anymore.
I didn't let it get that far.
Yeah,
I found the video of.
Shaquille O'Neal
It's
falling.
deadly.
It's great.
I found the video of the high cross body of him
Yeah.
going through the tables. I linked that
Yeah.
actually in the comments to this video.
Ridiculous.
Nice.
So anyone who wants to see it, it's
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Is that planned, Ricardo?
yeah. It's a planned spot, man. It,
Okay. Okay.
but
No, I didn't know if Shaq was ready for it.
I will to be honest, not a lot of people thought he was ready for it, but he sold
Yeah.
that perfectly, and he did a great job, right? And then the thing with the ambulance thing was it's like a callback to an Undertaker segment like a couple decades ago, where he was in the ambulance and then he disappeared. So
I remember that.
So
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
so they did a callback to that. So this is a great thing about AEW. It's run by wrestling fans basically,
Yeah,
but they're
people who
pro
grew up on
wrestlers.
it.
Yeah. So you'll get these callbacks if you're a wrestling fan back in the day. So that's why
Nice.
they did it. And Shaquille O'Neal is a big
So-
wrestling fan too. So
Is he fine then?
yeah, he's fine. He showed up on NBA TNT.
That's a big fall, though. That's a
Yeah.
big dude.
But I heard
Yeah.
I heard he had splinters in his back.
Yeah, that's what happens
Yo.
with those tables, man.
Do you know how fucking strong Shaquille O'Neal is?
Ooh.
Splinters in his back are not stopping.
yeah,
One of the
Yeah, but how much-
fucking
how
eighth wonder of the world.
yeah.
Did he body slam Shaquille O'Neal? I can't remember.
I think he did, if I remember correctly.
He did, right? And I was like, are they trying to do the Hogan and Giant thing? But that's not even close.
But it's been done a couple of times after that. But yeah, it's basically that type of spot where the
that
small
was my
guy.
fondest.
Sorry, go ahead.
That was my fondest COVID memory. Just
Shaq. Anything involving Shaq?
Going through the. It would have been better if someone yelled in his face, "And you suck at free throws."
Yeah.
I think the damage
was
to the table.
It would have been great. But that match actually was a intergender tag team match. So it was a very
That's
just two ladies.
You get a lot. I saw them. They're in the ring.
Yeah,
foxy ladies.
Yeah, they're very foxy ladies. But it was great entertainment for me. I enjoyed it. I don't think I was here during that time, right? I was gone.
You were on the road?
I was on the road. No, I wasn't
Were you touring somewhere?
No, I was gone for like a week, right?
Oh, your COVID scare.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your bookies.
Oh, right, yeah, when he was running from the bag man.
The Super Bowl bookies.
Yeah, it's great.
All those bets around the Super Bowl time.
First off, I didn't have the scare. All right, it was my parents. Right, I was just being precautious for you guys. And
you're scared for your parents' safety because of the bookies. I get it, man.
Yeah.
I get it. You have to relocate.
Sometimes you got to pack up the whole Mahias crew.
Yeah, that's great.
Codename COVID for bookies. We got it, man.
Well, we were gonna talk about sports gambling too, man. Because I know Chad you would ask me some questions sometimes, and
Shit, I must have won today. I was too busy at work. I didn't watch the United game.
What are you guys betting on?
So Chad bets on soccer, right?
Yeah.
And
what
I bet
degenerate. How does he win? Chad, how do you win at
I always
soccer?
get paid out at halftime. I don't know how the fuck I win, but I started with that UFC card where I put in a $25 gift card into my Bet365 account.
Yeah.
I promptly lost $20 on that card because I bet I got one fight wrong, and then the other three were I bet stoppage. So I bet Blachowicz to stop Izzy in the second round.
Yeah.
Didn't get that right.
Yeah, that was a decision.
And then I bet someone else to stop little Russian guy. I can't think of his name. 135 pounder.
Peter Yan?
No.
Yo, what's happening with that, guys? I had to ask.
I don't know if Peter Yan and Aljamain.
Is the rematch happening?
I think it might happen. They're talking a lot of trash to each other. That's for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, lost a bunch that night. Then started betting on soccer, where if they get a couple goals, they just fucking pay these things out.
Yeah, they do. If they go up by 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, they'll pay you out. Basically.
So that's the one I texted you about because I had bet on Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League to win at home.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
They went up 2-0 in the first half. I got paid out at. I know my bet went, so I couldn't cash it out.
Yeah.
So I decided to take the remaining $5 in my account, double down on this game. I get paid out on the Dortmund bet, so I get my $10.35 or whatever for that. And then they lose the second half. They allow 2 goals. The game ends in a tie.
Yeah.
And I lose my remaining bet. So I was up 50 cents or something on that game. But I should have lost.
Yeah, I
shouldn't have had anything.
Yeah. But be happy that you're at least plus money.
I'm up. I'm up to 45 something now.
And then I posted.
Playing with their money now, Ricardo.
Yeah, I know. And then I posted a couple of my bets that came through. I did a 6-team parlay, which is a pro-land bet. For
6 teams, that's insane.
Yeah, it was it was
hard.
Yeah, it was hard, but it's an Italian league,
hard.
So I got that one right. It paid me $137 or something like that.
Nice.
And then I lost.
Ricardo,
Huh?
When's Chile playing so I can make some money? I'll just bet against
Hey man,
man.
Screw you.
Hey, man.
Hey, screw you, Aswar.
It's true, isn't it? What's their track record? 0-12 or something? Easy money.
Yeah, Joseph, cut him off. Cut him off, Joseph.
Why? The truth?
No.
The truth hurts.
Cut him off, Joseph. Not joke.
It's too late. The fans want it. They want the controversy.
No, man. I think they're playing in a friendly the end of the month.
Coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Send me the date. I need to make some money.
They're playing against Bolivia, so that's easy money for Chile right there.
5-0 shellacking.
That sounds like the kind of game you don't want to bet on, actually.
For that game, you want to bet on the corners and probably cards given.
Okay.
Well, okay, yeah. Now I don't know if I can do that. That sounds complicated. I was looking for the final score type of.
Oh, if you want a final score, it'd probably be like 2-0 Chile.
You'll be missing at the end of the month.
No, I'll be okay.
You'll be missing once again.
Yeah.
I can't believe I totally missed Manchester at a game today. United beat AC Milan 1-0 at Milan to progress through in the Europa League.
Nice, man.
And also to pay me handsomely on the game.
Yeah.
Handsomely. $30 or something, whatever.
That's good, man. Still.
Good.
Some money.
Yeah.
Telling you.
And then I was talking to somebody. We're gonna talk about the Euro Cup and then Copa America that's happening in June and July, right?
Yeah, right. Euro 2020 is this summer.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Euro 2020 is this summer. It's year 2021, but yeah, it's everything's so screwed up. Even I'm sure. Are they having the Olympics this year too?
I don't know.
I think they
should just turn the Olympics into a vaccination, like a mass vaccination site. You want to come watch it? Sure. Poke.
Yeah.
Poke.
Russians have the needles, but they just don't have the vaccine in them. Just all the doping.
Well, the Russians can produce something. They got their own vaccine, don't they?
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
But they can't celebrate their national anthem or their flag. They have to be known as the neutrals.
Yeah. Oh, they have to
if
be
you haven't watched Icarus
yet or something.
Yeah. Huh? As far?
They have to be like unidentified, like parts of unknown, like a wrestling thing?
Yeah, because they cheated.
Have either of you watched the movie Icarus?
Stupid.
The documentary?
Not yet. I know you told me about it.
No,
so fucking good.
You told us about it.
It goes hard into Russia's doping stuff, but it's also possibly the best sports documentary ever made. It's fucking fantastic.
Who stars in that movie?
It's not Star. Yeah. It's a documentary.
The
star is the head of Rusada.
My bad.
The head of the Russian anti-doping agency is the star of this fucking documentary.
It's Drago.
Grigor Rishenkov.
Yeah.
He is the best character you're gonna see. He's just like this goofball that was the head of Russian anti-doping that knows everything about steroids that's ever been done. He used to test shit on himself.
Yeah.
And he loves dogs. He's the best character in a documentary.
Oh, nice.
But
I gotta watch it though.
Everyone dopes. The whole country did it, right? Because remember, like back in the day, like who are those runners for the who's that one of the most celebrated?
It was the West Germans, wasn't it? East Germans. Back in the day, the East German gymnast team.
Yeah, no, that American. What's his name?
Michael.
He did.
Man. I don't see Michael Johnson. But
the guy who lost to Donovan Bailey?
It's Donovan Bailey, but it's somebody else. I forgot his name.
Michael Johnson was the guy that raced Donovan Bailey in 150 meters and pulled up.
I want to say it's Michael Johnson, but I could be wrong.
He was right.
No,
Carl Lewis.
It's
maybe
Carl Lewis.
That's it.
Bizet.
Yeah, it's like someone in that time.
The difference with Russia when they were hosting the Olympics was that it was such an institutional doping program where they had literally an unmarked building behind the Olympic testing facility that was just a bank of frozen Russian piss. There was all these athletes' piss from before they were on drugs.
Oh,
so they would literally just steal the actual sample, pass it through a false light switch in the wall where some KGB guys would walk out the back door and bring in some stock piss from next door to replace it with. It'd be like your piss from 2 weeks before we put you on state-sponsored roids.
Yeah.
We just had you piss a whole bunch and we're keeping it on hand in case we need it. And they developed this machine to be able to open the piss bottle without breaking the seal on it.
Oh, gosh.
So they could dump your old piss in, get rid of your roid piss, and then tie it back up without breaking the seal on it. It's just fucking crazy. They took it to like super criminal level. It's amazing. They weren't fucking around. They were competing as hard as possible on every level.
Well, they want those friggin' medals, man.
And they dominated that Olympics.
Yeah, they did. I don't know how much time you have left, but we're like 10 minutes past it. Oh, keep going?
You still?
Joseph, long hair, don't care.
Yeah,
right.
Joseph's like, go ahead, go for longer. I'm like, wow.
Take his pants off and get comfortable out there.
Okay. I want to ask you about the knee last week. Did you see that fight?
The knee in the ground again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking that up, and I remember which fight it was, and then I changed off that app. Give me 1 second.
Are you talking about not the from 2 weeks ago, right? Just the one.
Not the Sterling knee. There was one last week too, but this one was like, I think it was waved off, or
Yeah.
No, they ended
he was
up,
able to continue to fight.
No, they canceled that fight. It ended in the first round.
Yeah, it ended in
It
a
was
no
Eric
decision,
Anders
right?
and Darren
A no
Stewart.
decision, right? Because it wasn't intentional, or
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Well, it was totally intentional. They just decided. I don't understand why he didn't.
That's what I was
going
going
to
to ask you. How did they decide?
I'm betting the difference was that they spent a week looking really close at that rule
Yeah.
because no one liked the way that
Yeah.
Peter Yan fight ended. But they didn't disqualify the guy. They stopped the fight because the guy was injured due to an illegal strike.
Yeah.
And I don't quite get it because it was the same thing. And he
Yeah,
dude
that's
was
why I
winning
got
that fight too.
confused.
Yeah.
Dude, like if he didn't throw that knee, he could have thrown an uppercut and finished it out pretty soon after.
I think for the previous fight, it was like more intentional. I don't know if
It
you can
really
see-
was, man, because he
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah.
He like
Well,
faked he
because
was gonna knee him,
he
then
stopped.
he
Yeah.
yelled, and then he
He was-
kneed him.
And then this.
He was motionless, and then his corner yelled.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
too many factors there.
And then this one, I feel like it was intentional, but it was like more accidental.
He-
It
intentional.
felt more like
Heat
in
of
the
the
spur of the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Because with Jan's knee, remember he stopped.
Yeah.
And he was
Oh, yeah.
listening,
Lined it up.
and then then he kind of.
He basically did like a pro wrestler, where like they tap the elbow.
Yeah.
He did that with his knee and then
Yeah.
kneed a guy in the face.
Yeah, he was like Martin Scorsese, that fucking knee to
It
the
was
forehead.
the people's knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
Yes, well, it was exactly for me. It was, oh yeah, that's why you can't knee a guy who's on the ground.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. I
Yeah.
always thought that was a stupid
Yeah.
pussy rule, and then I saw Aljamain's head snap back on that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't look like a good thing.
But I do agree with that decision though, a no decision for that fight.
I just think it should have been the same for Aljamain. I
Yeah.
don't think he doesn't want to win the title like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter
I
Yan.
think that's what they should have done.
And I'd be
But-
fine if it
That's
was
what-
like punish him in the pocketbook.
Yeah.
Like he gets fined half his purse or something like that. That doesn't
Yeah.
bother me at all because he totally that's dangerous shit.
Yeah, it
you
is.
want that not happening.
That only happened since Japan, to be honest.
But like in the WWF
yeah.
back in the Dizzy, you couldn't lose a title by disqualification.
Yeah, that's
that was
true.
part of the deal.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But I think
Not change hands on a count out or a
Yeah.
disqualification.
well, that's the difference between WWE and
basically a count out.
MMA. Yeah, yeah, they make you accountable for that disqualification. But yeah, it's tough, man.
It's just not. No one wanted to see that. So
Yeah.
if they have this other
Yeah.
option, although
That's
fuck, it was
not
the
the
last fight.
scenario
Of the,
you
what was
want.
the last fight of the night. They could have done it.
Yeah. Well, it was good decision by the referee. By the medical staff too. The doctor. He's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" He's like, "Walk towards me," and he was like wobbling a little bit.
Yeah. Using the whole ring.
Yeah.
Looked like one of those old family circus cartoons you
Yeah.
ever see where like you follow Jeffy and there's like a dotted line. That was him going to see the ref, just fucking around the
Yeah.
corner.
He's like, "Nah, this guy's guy's
listen,
done."
Old wobble legs there. Needs to go. What best was with Aljamain though when they had him talking to Joe Rogan and he wasn't all with it. They're like,
Yeah.
"All right, Al, we're gonna shut this down here and get you to go see the medical team because
You're clearly
we're pretty sure you just started drooling."
The only thing about the Aljamain Sterling fight, though, afterwards is like he's like prancing around like he freaking won the title, though.
He got paid like the champion.
Yeah, he did.
No, he threw the belt too, right?
No,
He,
but like,
he was pissed in the ring, but there's social media stuff of him celebrating
Yeah.
after. But
he's like
Oh,
drinking
does he?
champagne and shit.
I don't have a problem with that, man. You
you
went
don't?
through that whole camp and all that shit.
Yeah,
Like, as long as he didn't start being, I'm the champ, I'm the champ, I'm the champ. Like, you got paid as much as you could have got paid, which
Yeah.
is fucking life-changing money
that is true.
when you're in a main event kind of fight like that.
But
it's not his fault.
Nah.
But what was sad was he was losing the fight too, right?
Absolutely. And he
That's
has
the thing
to
that
fight.
made me. That's what made me so upset. Like, Jan had him.
He can't fight anyone before he fights Yan. It has
Yeah.
to be Yan first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like
100%. Because Yen had his number.
he's
Everyone
not
knew it.
he's
Like,
not an
he was-
undisputed champion right
Yeah.
now.
He was calling out somebody
100%.
else though during that whole thing though. Sterling.
Yeah.
I can't remember who
Wrong
it was.
answer. Was it Cejudo?
Cejudo maybe.
Which I get it. 'cause
John
that's money.
Jones?
Yeah.
He wants John Jones.
John Jones? Everyone's calling out John Jones. I think every division, everybody.
Aljamain Connor.
Was it Habib? Did you
I think
hear-
I think it was Cejudo.
I think it was Cejudo because he's
was
been
this-
dancing
so who
around
was
it a little
coming
bit.
back?
Yeah, we talked about we discussed a little bit about it. Like he wants to fight Max Holloway.
And I'm down with it.
Oh,
I want to see
my God.
Holloway box his head up.
Yeah, Holloway's gonna.
Although he could beat Holloway as long as Holloway gets to punch Cejudo's manager in the face, break his stupid glasses off his head.
I don't care who Max Holloway fights. I just want to see him fight, man. He's a very entertaining fighter.
His last fight was insane.
Yeah.
Guys, as much as I like Khabib, I think it's time the title gets taken from him. I think it's fair. That division is just too hot. These guys are fighting for.
He fought in November. Khabib fought in November.
He did play in November.
I'm just saying, give him time. You wouldn't strip any other champion yet.
The division is like so hot. Like everyone's just moving. You know what I mean?
No one is in his league.
Chandler wants to fight him. He wants to be 29 in Chandler. So 29-1.
You fucking kill Chandler.
Yeah, I think
fucking
so too.
kill him. It won't even be close.
I just want to see the fight, guys.
His fight against Chandler will be like his fight against Barboza.
Yeah.
Where he's just beating him and talking to him.
Yeah.
I told Ricardo the dream fight I want. I want him to fight Islam. I want tension.
That's too soon for Islam.
In the camp.
That's too soon for Makhachev.
I know. He would take Islam down, but
I'm okay with it in like 3 years. If Khabib will agree to fight for 3 more years and then fight Makhachev at like 35-0 or something, I'm down with that. Because it'll be worse. Makhachev might have the skills to be better than Khabib. He's got Khabib as a coach, but he doesn't have the experience to deal with a Khabib right now. Like he couldn't. I think Makhachev would have a hard time with.
I think with Gaethje. I think he'd have a hard time with Gaethje. Like
Gaethje be a good fight.
Oh no! Or what's the other guy? The guy who wears the glasses and looks like he's just studying science. Oliveira.
Charles Oliveira.
Who's the guy?
Yeah, I think him and Islam. That would be a tough fight for Islam.
Real estate agent.
The guy that went 5 rounds against Khabib. The only guy that went 5 rounds against Khabib. American guy. He's a good fighter.
No.
Al.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Al
He's part of like
one of Matt Serra's guys.
Yeah. God, I don't know.
Alopecia.
What were you saying? I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
Asfar?
No, I don't know. I saw that fight. I know who you're talking about.
I'll get it here in a second.
Alaquinta? Yeah. Alaquinta?
That's where he got the most number of takedowns to win the title, right?
Yeah.
He beat him for the title.
Okay, actually, Makiev's above Alaquinta.
Alaquinta needs a couple of fights to get.
You know what I'd love to see? I'm looking at ratings. So I'm basing this on a guy who's higher in the ratings that needs a win, so he should be fighting someone lower than him.
Ferguson?
And a guy who needs to step up in the ratings.
Okay.
It's Makhachev McGregor.
Oh, that's too personal. I think Khabib would come in there and drop like an elbow.
I think fucking McGregor would get mauled quickly. But Makhachev, that's life-changing money for Makhachev.
Yeah.
He busts out the red panties for that one, that's for sure.
You're right.
I don't think McGregor would say a fucking thing.
Yeah,
I think he would be too afraid of that entire bullshit coming back on him.
Yeah.
But Islam called out Ferguson, remember, like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. I just don't...
So I think that could happen.
He could put the kind of beating on Ferguson that we're going to be uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
Like he could put a Chris Benoit beating on him.
Yeah, it's like a dog they should put down.
I'd watch that fight though. Ferguson's durable. Makhachev can lay eesh.
Yeah, who was?
Maybe.
Does Ferguson have a fight coming up or no? I don't think so, right?
No. Oh, I think I was listening to Charles Sonnen's podcast. He said that I think Ferguson has one.
Oh yeah, okay,
They're
that's
going
good.
to announce it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I heard his name with something, but I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say I don't know, man. Tony Ferguson, you got a lot.
He's fighting
fight Dariush in May.
Oh, okay. That should be good.
Yeah. We'll see. That'd be good for him. He can beat Dariush.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of shots that last time. Man.
Yeah, he always takes a lot of shots. That's a real legit problem.
Yeah.
That's how he works. That's his whole thing, man.
But against Justin Gaethje, that was like.
Yeah.
That was like you felt bad for the guy. You know?
Yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah, but he's never gonna quit, and his corner's never gonna like throw in the towel.
Yeah, I know, but it was like it almost looked like it was like Apollo Creed versus what's his name?
Yeah,
Ivan Drago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drago.
Rocky IV.
Yeah,
Drago.
Luckily, they stopped the fight in this one, though.
Yeah, avoiding it, which should have been an international incident, really.
Yeah.
What do you mean the Russian beat the American to death on pay-per-view?
Yeah. He didn't stop the fight? Why not?
Yeah.
You throw in the towel? Because Rocky didn't want to throw in the towel? Rocky.
That's how Rocky loses all his money. It's just in a suit with Apollo's family. A negligent suit as a coach.
Yeah.
He needed Apollo to pass away so he could make Creed. We just couldn't see the future, guys. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
About the Benjamins.
It is. Is there anything else, guys?
I think that might be it for this week.
I think that's it, man.
Are we going to get back on stage? Is the world going to open up around here?
Well, they said there's a third wave coming, so I don't know, man.
Fuck.
Woo!
Let's hear it for outdoor shows. They're coming, guys. Yeah. Outdoor shows.
Outdoor shows, hopefully.
Schools might be closed soon.
Yeah, schools. I heard the teachers are wanting to close that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back to rooftops, your local parking lot, maybe your parks. You'll never know.
Yeah.
Parks.
Stand up again. But yeah, man. As far as thanks for joining us, man. I didn't think you were going to join us. Otherwise, I would have tagged you in the posts.
Thank you.
Glad to hear from you, though, buddy.
Yeah.
Glad to hear all's well. We're worried.
Yeah. Did you do?
Thank you.
Why
checking on Bilal.
Why couldn't she come in? Were you celebrating Ramadan?
No, that's happening T-minus 3 weeks.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
T-minus 3 weeks.
It's gonna be a great time.
If I come in and if Joseph offers me water during that time, I'm gonna rock bottom him through the table right there. The announcer's table. You know the announcers.
It's we're after dark now. You're okay.
They do on the Spanish, right where Ricardo is. He's a Spanish announce table. So I'll do it right there.
That's great.
That is perfect. That is a good spot for a power bomb.
Yeah. So as for people can find you at Aspar Says on Instagram, right?
Yep.
Chad.
Chad at Chad Gibson Comic on basically everything.
I'm at Ricardo. At Ricardo Comedian. We do have a new logo for the show, but it's technical difficulties. We'll get it up soon. You can check it out on my Instagram, though. The new logo is posted on there. You can check out Frequency 5 FM at frequency5fm@gmail.com and call them anytime. Call Joseph at 3 o'clock in the morning if you want to.
He's responsive.
He is. He's very responsive. I know I keep doing that.
It's 4:04 in the morning. You need someone to send a dick pic.
Yeah,
someone's gonna do it.
Joseph a buzz.
Yeah, request a song. Some Americo or ask anything, any Spanish song. Elvis Crespo. Suavemente. You can call for that. I don't know if they have a request hour here. But
we don't have copyrights.
Yeah, La Bamba.
No copyrights.
Yeah,
Mambo number 5.
Yeah, Mambo number 5. But yeah, that's it for this week. We'll be back again next week at the same time, 8 o'clock on Thursday, here on Frequency 5 FM. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Woo.